Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's right. I need to get a new string for this, too. All right. So we can do that, too, today. Welcome to the show. We're off to a good start. I gotta fix a broken string. We'll see how it goes, man. Oh my god. Can't remember what string gauge I need. I'll probably have to look that up. This wasn't a bad string gauge, just was a little too thin. There we go. Got it. Well, tell you what, I feel like people use too thick of strings, actually, even though this one needs a little bit of a thicker string to hold on. We'll figure out how that goes. That's just how that goes. A little odd, but, you know, it happens. So what do we need? We need a 24. So anything less than a 24. Well, we have a 24 over here. Got 38. 38. 47. 39. 10 and 14. Damn. Well, we'll just have to do that later. We'll see how it goes. Let's get our acoustic mic going. Feel like I have to play that. It's very funny how that goes. All right. Well, if you guys got questions, by the way, music, guitar, video games, streaming, if you guys want some advice about something, let me know. If you really want some in-depth advice, you can always send a donation. Or if you just like what I'm saying, you can send a donation. Always appreciate it, man. Yo, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, if you guys got questions, let me know. You got a topic you want to talk about, let me know. But I know about music, guitar, video games, streaming. Let me know, man. Those are the topics I know a lot about. Space says, can you play Gorillaz? What's a Gorillaz song you think I can play on acoustic? Because I'll tell you what, I do know how to play one song, but it's not really an acoustic song. It's what's it called? Kids with guns, kids with guns, taking over. They won't be long. Memorize skeletons. Kids with guns. Kids with guns. It's like the only Gorillaz song I know how to play on guitar. Let's see here. We got some other people asking some questions. We got Ka, who says, what made you start playing guitar? That's a common question. Like I said all the time. But I'll tell you, The answer is my brother, he was a bass player. He asked to play bass, and my dad, on the way to get him a bass, he was like, do you want a guitar? And I said, sure. And I haven't put it down since. It's very strange how that works. Somebody else made a decision, and it affected me like that. Very interesting. Lily says, do you have other people in your band, or are you solo? Oh, yeah. It's just me. Yeah, finals is just me. The drums, the bass, guitar, vocals, writing, recording, all of it. If you see finals, it's just me. That's it. That's it. Hep says, Ricky Gervais, is he your relative? You think I look like him? I guess it's the cheeks, right? Someone says, can you shout out me? Shout out. What do you mean? Just because you asked? I'll tell you what, if you send me a donation, I will. Easily. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, music, guitar, video games, streaming, whatever, let me know. We'll talk about it. Let's chat, man. Khan says, can I have $1? Yeah, you send me $1, I'll send you $1. Yeah, you let me know, man. Liam says, why do I have to pay for a shout out? You don't have to, but I'm just letting you know. But the question is, why would I shout you out in the first place? Doesn't that not make sense? You want me to do something, I can't ask for something in return? I'm not your mom, man. I'm not going to do your laundry for free. Come on, man. Lily says, have you played Little Nightmares? No, but I've seen it. I've seen people do a Let's Play of it. And it's not my type of game, but it is interesting. Not a big fan of, like, kind of, what are they, short platformer type games. Not a big fan. It's not a big thing for me. But it is cool. It is a cool looking game. The whole series is pretty interesting. Carlos says, no Oasis. A bee says, it might be time for a haircut. Why? Your mom loves my long hair. She likes putting her fingers through it. Hey, man, if she likes it that way, why would I change something? Morgan says, I play violin, and I'm trying to learn guitar, but it's so much different. Can you give me some advice? It's not that much different, is it? You think it's that much different? You know what's funny? Is I used to date a cello player, and she got mad at me once because I started playing her cello. And she's like, it took me like 6 months to do that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you learned to play cello in like 5 minutes. All the stringed instruments are all very, very similar. They all hang out. The only difference between guitar specifically and the F-hole instruments would be the fact we got 2 extra strings, right? So you guys got 4. And then cello and violin and viola and all that stuff, you guys don't have frets. We have frets. We have, if you think about it this way, frets are kind of the original auto-tune. So we have auto-tune on. So it's pretty nice. But if you're trying to play violin, I mean, if you're trying to play guitar after playing violin, I mean, you should be able to kind of identify like certain areas. You know, shorter the string is, the higher the note. Right? You got that down. Chords will probably be your most interesting thing because you guys are used to playing maybe 2 notes at a time, right? Whereas with guitar, you can play all 6. So I would say look into learning about chords. That'll make it more interesting for you. You know what I mean? It's like learning a whole language of words instead of just letters and numbers. You know what I mean? So you get a larger vocabulary with guitar, in my opinion. So you know what I mean? You got your G, E, C, D. Oh, where can my baby be? Lord to God, where to me? You know what I mean? You can sing along with stuff a lot easier. That's why guitar is so much cooler, you know? It's a lot cooler that way. Let's see here. Lily says, it is pretty cool, but the third one of Little Nightmares kind of sucks. Really? It's not a good game? Because the company sold themselves and created a different game called Reanimal. Really? What's wrong with that, though? Is that bad? A B says, bro should be working on a gym membership. Oh, dude, you are so hung up on how cute I am. Listen, because me and your mom are going out. I understand. You're going to lash out at me. That's what kids do. But listen, what me and your mom got going on, it's okay. You don't have to feel upset about it. Maybe someday you'll get over it. But chat, can we get some nerd emojis for this kid? Now we can bully him. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I know you're upset about me being a big cutie. But you don't have to take it out on me. But we will take it out on you. So don't worry about it. Carlos says violin is like a fretless guitar. Yeah, it's close. Mandolin, violin. Mandolin's got frets. They're tuned the same way. It's pretty good how that goes. Lily gave us a nerd emoji. We got some nerd emojis. Thank you. Liam says, I could give you a sub for a shout out. Fair trade, bro. Why are you not listening? Oh, chat. We got two middle schoolers in here who desperately want attention. Dude, why would I? Listen, relax. I know, again, a lot of whatever's going on at home, dude, you don't got to take it out here. If you don't get attention from your brothers and sisters, don't worry about it. But that being said, dude, I'm not going to give you a shout out because you're an asshole. Sorry, bud. Abby says, did that guitar come with a gym membership? Same joke. Ugh. You got any more jokes? Is that the only one you got? Damn, dude. Rhett says, whoa! Patrick's channel hinges on Liam's shout out. No, not. What's up, Rhett? Rhett's my friend. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to the show, dude. Dude, we got some characters out there. We got some good people and good times. Rock and roll. Liam says language. What do you mean language? What, am I not allowed to cuss on this show? Yo, can you guys cuss in the chat? I think you can. Anybody, can we get some cusses? What cusses are allowed in the chat? Let me see. Wouldn't it be funny if everybody in the chat just said, dang it, fart. Oh, darn it. Like nobody swears. That'd be funny, dude. We got Lord Nemo with piss. All right, we can say piss. Rhett says, gosh damn it. A mix. All right. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, we're talking about music, guitar, video games, streaming. If you guys got questions, you want some advice on something, let me know. Maybe I got something for you. And if you like it, send a donation. Yeah, I appreciate it. Or if you want to ask something you need like an in-depth answer on, you want me to be serious about it, consider donation too. You don't have to, but you can. Only if you want to. Amateur says, Wonderwall chords, E, M7, G, Asus 4, F sharp, M7. I don't know what that is. I'm a guitar player. We don't do that. I'm not gonna read those. If you want to teach a piano player to play that, you can. But I'm not gonna do it. All right, let's see here. Jeb says, what's your favorite SRV song? I don't know if I have a favorite. I like him. I don't love him. But I would say maybe Pride and Joy. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know a lot of his songs. I like him. Like if he's on the radio, I'll turn it up, but I haven't like loved him enough to like go check out his records. What about you? What's your favorite? You tell me what's your favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan song? I'm more of a Hendrix guy, even though they're kind of similar. SRV's kind of a Hendrix clone, but you know, it's a little bit different. Anyone agree with that? Stevie Ray Vaughan? He's pretty much just a Hendrix clone, even though he's great. You know, he's got some great music. I'd rather just listen to Hendrix. Windy and warm riff. I don't know what does that mean? You want to try it again? Lance says, learn how to play Stevie Ray Vaughan's Voodoo Child. What if I learned to play Hendrix's Voodoo Child? Wouldn't that make more sense? I don't know. I don't know why I would learn a cover of somebody's song like that if I like the original better. Lance says, he is not a clone, just inspiration. I think he's kind of a clone. I think he kind of just does everything Hendrix does, just a little differently. You know what I mean? Does anyone else agree with me? Anyone a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan? Because I know Stevie Ray Vaughan has his fans. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know, man. I would just listen to Hendrix. I'm more of a Hendrix guy. Amateur says, play Smells Like Teen Spirit and I sub. That's okay. I don't want you to sub. If I have to jump through hoops for you to get you to sub, I don't want to do that, man. You should just want to sub if you want to. Does that make sense? I'm not a trained monkey. I'm not like your mom. I'm not like your dad who has to do your favors, do your laundry, do your dishes. I don't have to do any of that. If you like the show, you do something. You know what I mean? Rhett says a clone with a B.B. King flair. Yeah, I could agree with that. I agree with you, Rhett. I agree with that, Rhett. I like that. Amateur's life is transactional. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's brutal, man. Let me click this button to give you a number that goes slightly up in exchange for your time and effort and expertise. No thanks. Just so you guys know, that's manipulative behavior. You don't want to hang out with people like that. You train people in how you want them to treat you. So you know what's funny is Amateur says I play guitar though. Nobody asked. Nobody cares either, man. If you want someone to do something for you, you don't hold a carrot over their nose and go, "Hey, will you do this for me?" Nobody cares, man. Lorenzo says, "How do you not know windy and warm?" Chat, does anybody know what windy and warm is? Besides descriptions about the weather? I've never heard what that is. Is that a movie? Is that a poem you like? Is that a song? Is that a band? Is it a band or is it a song? Anyone know what this guy's talking about? Rhett says, I heard a mom be described like that. Hey, there you go. More mom jokes. Gamer says, do you know Seven Nation Army? I do, actually. I do know how to play that song. But I only play music mainly on my main channel. But isn't that how it goes? I'm gonna fight 'em off. Seven Nation. Oh, I did a little offbeat. The Seven Nation Army's gonna hold me back. I'm gonna rip it off. Something like that, right? Something like that, right? I think I need to get a bass for that, though. Even though he doesn't play bass, he plays the guitar. Yeah, the music starts on my main channel, really. We kind of hang out here. We talk music, guitar, video games, streaming, whatever you guys want to talk about, man. Let me know. And if you like the answer, obviously, you can always send a donation if you appreciate it. Or if you want something really specific and you really, really want me to do something, it's always helpful to send a paid request, super chat, PayPal, Venmo, if you want to. Carlos says, what was the first of Nirvana songs you learned to play? Oh, Come As You Are. I learned to play Come As You Are first. Took me forever. That was the first song I learned to sing and play, actually. Really, really weird one. Here, let me get the real guitar. Because it's in a different tuning. Yeah, let me pull it up. Yeah. Love that song. Yeah, I remember listening to it and I was like, it's only like one note. It's like 3 notes. Maybe I'll just learn to play that and sing. Boy, was I wrong. It's a great song, man. I'll tell you what. Master Puppets is slowly but surely becoming the Stairway to Heaven. Or the, what's the other one that's from Metallica? That everybody asks for every time. Enter Sandman. Enter Sandman for a long time was like the song everybody asked people to play. See, I used to work at guitar shops for a long time. So we would always pay attention to what people played. I would say the most played, you could argue overplayed, but you play whatever you want. You go to a guitar shop, they don't care. But if you played Sweet Child of Mine, if you played Enter Sandman, or if you played John Mayer, anything from John Mayer, everyone would just go every time. Because it happened so much. I don't know what it is, man, but every time. Those 3 songs are with artists in general. Just never happened really. Any other songs from them? But nowadays, 100%, it's Master Puppets. Something about Master Puppets makes people go crazy. I know it's because of Stranger Things, but yeah, it's just really funny how it's been around forever. Not many people played it, and then all of a sudden Stranger Things happened, and it was just like, oh, guitar. So, in one way, it's cool that more people are learning guitar, and the other way, it's not cool because it's just one fucking song all the time. Carlos says, Crazy Train are frequently asked? Not on my show. Crazy Train's not as much, but definitely Master Puppets. Definitely a lot. So let's see here. Land says, who's a better singer, Lane or Chris Cornell? Oh, man. Better singer? I don't know. That's tough. Lane's got such an interesting voice because it's not quite Eddie Vedder, right? But it has like that wonderful vibrato, and it can get really high up there, yeah? Because like you got the Eddie Vedder lows, you got a lot of Chris Cornell highs. Chris Cornell is also incredible too. I would say Lane. I'm talking from strictly from a technical standpoint, but I mean Chris has some great songs too. Obviously, they're both great bands. I would say I probably know more songs with Chris Cornell involved than I do Lane, but I know strictly from Alice in Chains, I think he's the better singer. I mean, if you want to be really fucking annoying and pedantic about it, I would say so. Let's see here. Carlos says the better singer is Mark Lanigan. I've never listened to really Screaming Trees that much. Have you listened to a lot of Screaming Trees? James just says a single word, nope. Well, it's a good thing I value your opinion. Anyways. Don says, every single guitar stream I've been in, some random comes in and asks for Master of Puppets without fail. Yep, always. Happens every time, man. Happens every time, dude. Master of Puppets, very popular song. Nothing bad about it. Great song. I love it. But the amount of people that do that is insane. very funny when people like disagree with you on stuff. You like try to give like a nice thought out answer, and someone just goes, "Nope," and then you're like, "I don't fucking care," and they go, "I don't like that you don't care what I have to think." It's like, well, nobody asked you. They asked me, man. If you gave like a better answer than nope, maybe I'd give a shit. Sorry. You know what I mean? Don't give me a rude answer and then expect me to be nice to you. What are you, kindergartner? Come on, dude. No, go. You already said bye, dude. Get out of here. Chat, can we get some nerd emojis? Let's get some nerd emojis. Somebody wants attention. I'm leaving. I'm not happy. All right, go then, dude. You're not getting paid to be here. I am. Let's see here. Smells like Eddie? Nah, definitely not Eddie. Let's see here. Rhett says, hey, Pat, when learning to play guitar, did you ever get a bottleneck on creativity where solos or just playing was hard? If so, what's your break-free moment? Interesting question, Rhett. I mean, I think when people plateau, there's two ways to look at it, at least from my perspective. If you're trying to do something creatively and you feel like you're not growing, one option is that, yeah, you're not growing. You're not growing. So the idea is that maybe you've learned everything you wanted to learn. You know, maybe there's just nothing left on the table. You finished your plate, you know what I mean? There's no more in the book to read. You're done with it. So maybe you've plateaued because it's like, that's all I can learn. That's all I wanted to learn. And that's okay. You're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to plateau. It's okay to do that. I think a lot of artists get everything they wanted out of something and then they just stick with it, and that's fine. The other way is that you haven't found any inspiration for something and you're really waiting for something to make you more excited about some more stuff. So maybe you're not where you want to be and you're not finding things to get you there. You know what I mean? I think the difference between plateauing because you've learned everything you wanted to learn and you didn't learn everything you wanted to learn is satisfaction. Does that make sense? If you're not satisfied with either playing and your solos and your writing and stuff like that, that's when you should probably need to start listening to stuff that you normally don't. Like maybe watch some movies, get some inspiration from something other than the medium you're on, look at some art, you know what I mean? Go out and do something you haven't done before, rock climbing, you know, fix a car, do something else. Maybe you'll get some inspiration from a place outside of what you're normally comfortable with. And maybe you'll find something out there. But again, if you're not satisfied with how you're playing, that's when I would do that. I mean, you could do it anyways. But if you're satisfied and you're like, I just haven't learned, like for example, you could make the point, for example, that I don't really sweep pick a lot. I've learned how to do it, but I just don't do it. I just don't enjoy it putting in my songs because I like to sing and play. So when you're sweep picking, that involves a lot of concentration, that involves a lot of technique and very, very like subtle nuance. You're just doing an arpeggio, but you got to sweep it, right? So I don't really write a lot of songs that include that. I would argue that I don't at all. Does that mean I've plateaued? In a way. But that being said, I'm okay with that. I don't really listen to a lot of music with sweeping in it. So it's okay. I'm satisfied with how I write, how I play, and how I sing and do all that stuff. But if you're not satisfied, if you don't sing and you don't write and you don't play like that, and you want to be more technically efficient with your playing, maybe you should. Maybe you should listen to other music right there. You know what I mean? Find something else that's more interesting. So that's the question. It's like, are you satisfied? If you're not satisfied, if you are satisfied, you know what I mean? That's what I would say. So, folks, if you're enjoying the show, music, guitar, video games, streaming, let me know if you got questions. You want to talk to me, you're more than welcome to. And if you appreciate the advice, you can always send a donation if you want to. Or if you want me to read your question and actually like give it some thought before I answer it, that's another way to do it too. I'm gonna read it and answer as many questions as I can and stuff like that. But if you really think this is valuable, hey, support it if you want to. So yeah, it's very interesting how that goes, man. Carlos says, if you ever make a greatest hits album, what songs would you choose? Or let the fans choose? Technically, greatest hits albums would always be what were the actual greatest hits were, right? Whatever gets the numbers, that's what actually gets on the album. So let's see. Is there a way to look at my most played songs on my from my band? I think there is. So give me a second here. I think some ways we have to go by album, but I think there's an easier way to do that. So hold on. Let's go to my thing real quick here. We'll find it right now. Pull this up. We're going to pull up. Yeah, great question. Okay, it's trying to get me to do that. No. Pull this up. I hate it when I have like a different browser and I can't sign in. There we go, sign in. Here we go. Let me see if it's right here. Actually, I could probably just use this. Let me see here. I don't have to sign in. There we go. Okay. So one of the easiest ways to tell what my greatest hits would be to look at Spotify and just look at the top 10 songs that are on there. But that's not the whole story, obviously. Other people listen to other platforms, Apple Music, YouTube, things like that. So let's see here. All right, so Spotify, select a track or a single. So a ton of songs in there. So I think I can look at a bank statement. It should show all the songs by definition, but it's a little difficult to look through this. Yeah, we'll have to go through Spotify, actually. Yeah, because it's trying to go by album. So we'll go to Spotify real quick. Hold on, we'll do this together. So if you guys didn't know, I do play music. It's like my main job. And then I come on here to hang out with you guys, which sometimes is a disaster because we always get some yahoos in here that are just like, oh, I hate everything. I'm going to mock this. And it's like, all right, if you want to, we're just going to mock you back. So let's see here. We got Spotify there. So we'll look at Finals. Finals is my band name. So there it is. Okay, so the top 10 songs from my band. We'll look at it together. Top 10 songs from my band are right there. So if we look at it together, you can see that the number one song, which would probably be the first song on the album, that would be Dead Athletes right here. And then we have Burn My Portrait at number 2. And you can see by the plays. But Spotify does this thing that's a little bit different. So what it does is it doesn't just pick plays. It picks what's been played recently a lot. It's very interesting. So, for example, Featherweight is number 3. Oh, Featherweight got kicked off number 2. Featherweight dethroned Burn My Portrait for a little bit. Very weird. It's never been done. So this album came out 9 months ago, 10 months ago. So Dead Athletes, almost 35,000 plays. It's pretty good for an independent band. And then you have Burn My Portrait, 20,000, almost 21. But then if you look Featherweight, Unplugged, only barely 1,600, right? Not a lot. But then you think all these other ones, you got 22,000 right there, 17,000 right there, 7,000 right there, 6,000 right there. Nostalgiac and Nowhere Man from the Unplugged album, not even 1,000 plays, but they're on the top 10. So Spotify tells me in the past month or 2 months, these are the most played songs on my band. So let's read them together. So we got Dead Athletes, Burn My Portrait, Featherweight, What I'm Looking At, almost 10,000 right there. Pretty good. Nowhere Man, but this is the rock version, 22. Nostalgiac, not even 1,000 yet. Breath of the Dying just hit 7,000. Thank you, guys. And then Nowhere Man, not even 1,000. Nostalgiac, the rock version, 17,000. And then Wisdom of a Crowd, 6,700. Very interesting how these are so varied. Some of them are much higher. 20 grand, right? Almost 20 grand. We got 3 songs that are above 20,000. 1 song that's getting close to it, and then the other ones are not even at 10,000. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think we can also look at Apple Music too. So let me check out Apple Music. But yeah, so if I was going to have a greatest hits album, it would be all those songs. So let's go check out Apple Music. Let's see what people are listening to on there. Let's check this out. Finals. Let's see what we got here. Up there at the top left. Finals right there. Look at it. Unplugged. Top songs. Right now. Oh, there's a much higher list. Okay. Featherweight's number 1 on Apple Music for me. Cool. And the Dead Athletes is number 2. America's Most Unwanted, number 3. Really? That's not even on the list on Spotify. That's crazy. And then Nowhere Man, Nostalgiac, Nowhere Man again, Burn My Portrait. The live version of Nowhere Man. Wow. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So of the 10 songs, top 10 songs from my band on Apple Music, 3 of them are the same song, just different ways. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. You got 3 of them right there, man. You got 3. Very interesting. All right. Yeah, so apparently, by definition, Featherweight and Dead Athletes are the 2 undisputed champs of Apple Music and Spotify. So it's very interesting how that goes. Man, this thing has no clarity. This guitar has no clarity to it. Yeah, no Abyss. Abyss is not even on the top 10. Let's see where it is, actually. Hold on. Let's see what it is on Apple Music. Abyss is literally second from last. Everything else is way too down there. Yeah, Chiaroscuro is not even on there. Wow. That's interesting how these are the bottom. On Spotify, it's the complete opposite. Usually Memory Claim's up there. Yeah, Abyss is not as popular as you think, Rhett. Yeah, that's not as it only got started listening to people only started listening to it recently. It's very interesting. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Ard says, "Can you play band genre stoner doom?" Nah. No. Sorry. Don't know how to play it. I'm sure there's a gas station bathroom that's playing it right now, but I don't know how to play it, so. Carlos says, "For what I see, Unplugged is doing good." It's okay. It's going okay. Yeah, I would say it's not the lowest, but it's definitely not How Tall is the Sun. How Tall is the Sun, that was huge when that album came out. That was very fast, very big. I thought Unplugged would do better, but I think the problem is that this is one of those vocal minority things where a lot of people say something, but everybody who actually enjoys it was silent. So what happened is people really wanted to hear Featherweight, and so instead of me releasing it as a single, I released it as an album, and I put a bunch of other songs on there, but really people just wanted to listen to that one song. So that's what it was. I put a bunch of B-sides on it, essentially. Because if you notice, if you go to the stats, it's basically just Featherweight and maybe like 1 or 2 other songs. But How Tall is the Sun is much more people listening to that album. For the record, of the 168,000 streams I've had this month, or not this month, that would be great, of this year, 100,000 of those are from just one album. So there's a saying. There's actually a statistic. What's it called? Is it Fez? 80% rule. What is it called? Fizzy? I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the thing. Hold on. There's a number. There's a number thing. Number rule. Like, for example, you walk across 20% of your carpet, right? You only walk in 20% of your carpet, but of that 20%, 80% of your foot travel is that spot. It's very interesting. I can't remember the name of it is. Hold on. 80% number. It was from, what's the guy's name, too? Michael here, Vsauce. I'm trying to figure out what that one is. Not that one. I think it's Fizzy, but it's spelled like Pfizy. Ziff. I'm sorry, not Fizzy. I had the letters mixed up. It's Ziff. Zipf. Ziff. Ziff's law. Ziff's law says, the frequency of any word is inversely proportional to its rank in a frequency table. So what it is like, for example, 80-20% of the Pareto principle. So the rich get richer, for example. That's annoying. The people that make 80% of the wealth are only like 20% of the population. It's a very interesting kind of relationship. So I have how many albums? Let's see. Let's prove the Ziff. I have 9 albums now. I think I got 9 albums. Let me see. Select album. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 albums, right? If one album gets most of the traffic, right? That's 11%. It's about 11% of the plays. If you stretch that out to 10, right? That's 20%. You know what I mean? You stretch it out. If you add one more album, it would get 20% of it. For sure. It's very interesting how that works, man. Yeah, Ziffy. Look it up. It's cool, man. Ziff. Ziff's law. But yeah, as far as albums go, most bands like Nevermind from Nirvana, I would say 80% of the plays from their band go from Nirvana's Nevermind. You look at Led Zeppelin, maybe. I think 80% of the plays are going to be from maybe like one or two, like a couple songs. And then you look at the greatest hits, same thing. Maybe the greatest hits has got it. So, but yeah, if you guys got questions, music, guitar, video games, streaming, let me know. We're gonna answer them for you. I would love to talk to you. Just it's really interesting how that goes. But yeah, as far as my albums go, that's the one. Yeah, How Tall's the Sun got a ton of plays. So, yeah, Unplugged is just doing okay. But that being said, I'm satisfied with the album. I wanted people to hear those songs. I wanted them out there. I wanted to be able to show people them when I wanted to. And everybody got what they wanted. Some people just wanted to listen to Featherweight. Some people wanted Featherweight and other songs. They got it. They got plenty of stuff. So how many plays does it have now? Let's see here. Yeah, it's got 7,506 plays for the whole album, which is not great. Like I said, it's not great. It's not the worst. I think the worst album, let me see. What's the worst playing album? I think it's Social Horror. That's got 3,000. Nothing New has more than that because it's got Nowhere Man on it. Yeah, Nothing New has 20,000 plays. Memory Claim, I think that might be lower. Oh, that's got 12. So that's in the middle. Medicine for Melancholy might be last place. No, it's got 3,500. Endless Growth, 3,300. And then Chiaroscuro, right under Unplugged. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'll tell you guys what, because I know nothing's going on with me and the guitar, and I'm just kind of talking. To give this a boost of visual enjoyment, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up a game called Dinkum. I'm just going to play this in the middle of the stream, just like we do with Fallout. See how this goes. So give me a second here. I'll still answer questions. I'll still talk about it. But yeah, I'm gonna make a new thing real quick here. Yeah, and we'll just copy and paste this. Duplicate. Game time 2. And then we'll change this from the Fallout stuff. We'll change this, and we'll play a game. That way, we're still going to answer questions and talk about stuff, but, I just want to make sure I'm doing something interesting that you guys can look at while I'm kind of doing it. So let me get the game showing up. Let's see here. Because it's a fun game to look at. Too big. Oh, it's the whole window. Hold on. That's weird how it showed the whole window. Hold on, let me delete that. Game capture. Here we go. Specific window. Dinkum. There we go. So we'll just play a game while we're hanging out. And then we'll just eliminate the crash count. Because I think more people would rather talk while there's a game going on than just me sitting here. You know what I mean? All right, so we should be okay. And you guys will see what I've been talking about for the past couple days. Load game. Not Patty. Extra smelly fart. That's the name of my island. All right. Oh, I should probably get a controller. It'll be okay. For now, at least. This is my character. I don't have a beard. Apparently you have to unlock the beard later. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So if you guys got questions, you're more than welcome to ask me, but we're kind of just screwing around right now. We got something to do. We got another hour to kill, and people are kind of not talking in the chat as much. So I'm like, all right, I might as well just play something. Hang out with you guys. Okay, we can go mining. Yes. Oh, this thing sucks. We need to get food. Have you guys played this game yet? Has anyone even heard of this? If you guys have never heard this game, it's great. It's literally just Animal Crossing, like legitimately. We need some food. Oh, we got some food. Okay. Hell yeah. All right, so what do we got here? Red says, sorry, stepped out for Dr. Pepper. What's the name of this game? Says it right there, man. We got Dinkum going on. Yeah, I decided to switch to a game because I think that most people... I don't know what it is about me, but they'd rather look at a video game, which is like, I guess I can't compete with a video game, you know? But it's a fun game, dude. I really like it. Oh, let's turn off the music a little bit. But I think I've talked about this game a bunch on the show. Well, let's turn down the music. Yeah. Whoa! No, it's too loud! Why? Why would you tap that and make that giant? That was great. Oh, my God. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I clicked it and it went giant. Okay, so what are we doing here? We got... So basically what it is, you send a... It's Animal Crossing Australia. That's what it is. So what you do is you have a camp, right? And you're on this kind of uninhabited island. It's a pretty big map. It's not huge, but it's a pretty big map. And you start wherever you want. You kind of put your stuff down. And then you kind of go just catch bugs. This is like... the way I like to put this game is like this is every evolutionary response in your brain. You know, catching food, gathering materials, making a house. Everything we should be doing as middle-class Americans and everyone else in the world. But, you know, for only $20 instead of $100,000 or $500,000 for a house or whatever. So it gives us a virtual environment to be happy. Which is depressing as hell, but that's what it is, man. So what do we got here? We got some stuff we can mine. Let's go mine some stuff. We got to get a better... we got to get more money so we can get more materials. Can we get some thumbs up on the screen if you are also in need of some middle class dreaming? I'll tell you what, man. It's crazy. Because I'll give you an example. I know somebody who just got a house recently, and the only reason they got it is because their parents moved. They moved to a different house. So instead of selling the house on the market, they just said, "Hey, I'll sell it to my son." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So my friend got a house recently, and they were like, "Dude, we would have never been able to afford this if if this wasn't in my family." And that's, to be honest, that's how it kind of should be. You know, parents obviously leaving houses to their children, things like that. But I have another friend who bought a house recently. This was like 5 years ago, but it was a dump. It was an absolute dump. And what they did was they fixed it up.
They got it all good to go. They're still not done with it. It's been like 5 years. They are just now finishing up their kitchen, and their basement is like flooding now. And they're just like, dude, this fucking sucks. So they bought it for like very little, like they could afford it. But dude, like they're just like this. We're paycheck to paycheck, and we're just trying to fix this on our own. They're not getting contractors because it's too expensive for them. So they're just trying to fix everything on their own. So it's crazy. So what I resorted to is ignoring all that and getting a video game and just trying to save up as much as possible, do that stuff. So we'll see. But it's a little crazy how that goes. But I'll tell you what, actually, since we switched to a game, I'm actually going to restart the stream real quick. That way I can switch the category because I think some people are joining and they're like, I don't know what this is. So I'll be right back, okay? Everybody give me 1 second. I'm just going to restart the stream. It'll take just 10 seconds.